right, generating referrals. Every agent that I know that has been in the business for a number of years always likes to say that they work by referrals. They love to say they work by referrals. And you know what's interesting is that generating referrals actually takes time. In fact, it actually takes the longest part of the business is generating referrals. That's why I always recommend to agents that, you know, going after for sale by owners, expireds, even Sphere takes longer to build up because we've got to build that know, like, and trust, the same like generating referrals. But I promise you that once you're able to generate referrals, your business is going to explode and you're going to have that consistent business. And that's what people don't misunderstand. People think they have a business. Chasing FSBOs and expireds forever is not a business. I'm going to say it again. Chasing FSBOs and expireds forever is not a business. So marketing and generating referrals actually starts to create some predictability around your business. Now many agents getting started or young in the business, you know, typically become frustrated because they hear a lot of people saying they work by referrals. And in fact, usually what's interesting is that most people, when they start actually building a business, one of the other challenges is actually extracting too much business just from your referrals and not doing enough of lead generation from, you know, expireds and FSBOs and your Sphere. So let's talk about, though, what the approach is to generating referral business. Now, some of this sounds so basic, but the question I have for you is, are you doing the actions to build that referral business? Are you doing the actions to generate or build that referral business? So the best source of future business is from your past clients and referrals from former clients. You see, these referrals are what your career will be based on, so it's critical you have a plan as to harvest this business. Okay? By focusing on your best customer and offering superior service while staying in touch and asking them for referrals, you can build a strong business from even small amount of contacts. Those are your fans. That's your fans you're going to talk to. Okay? So let's get started. The process starts from the time you're introduced to the customer. To get a customer's future business, you must deliver excellent service. It sounds so cliche. Sounds like something you'd hear all the time, but it is the truth. You see, once you've completed a transaction with a client, you might want to take the following steps. Number one, thank them for the business. Now, I know, you know, thanking them for the business at the closing is something that we all think about, and we think about that that's going to generate us business in the future. I have shared this so many times. I've given baskets out at closing. I've given all types of gifts to people, but here's the thing. They're so inundated with paperwork at the closing. Your best time, in my opinion, to generate that future business with their customers, actually go to their house and give them the gift at their house after the closing when it comes to buyers. And on the seller side, to get more seller referrals, I'm going to recommend if it's close enough, go to where they live after they've sold this one and wish them congratulations. That's how you start that new drip campaign. What I mean by drip campaign is that, you know, you stood in touch with these people to get them to sell. Now you got them to sell, and they moved to, let's say, for example, another state like New Jersey, and you're thinking, well, I can't get any more business from them. That's crazy. That's bananas. Number one, if you're working with Remax as a referral network, that's number one. Number two, those people probably still know neighbors and friends and family that live in and around the house you probably just sold. So let them know you'd greatly appreciate if they could refer you to friends and family without being pushy, and ask them. This is very, very important. And I know people say it's not important sometimes, but I'm going to tell you, no matter what platform it is, you want to ask people for a testimonial, like, for example, a Zillow review. Okay, remember, know, like, and trust is the key to future business as well. So when the know, like, and trust, they check Zillow reviews, Google reviews, LinkedIn, Yelp, all of that good stuff. And guess what? Isn't it true? Some people, like, let's use a real example here. Some people like Hulu, some people like YouTube, and some people like just plain old cable TV. Right? So same thing here when it comes to these referral platforms. Okay, some people like Yelp, some people like Google, some people actually like LinkedIn, some people like Facebook, some people like WeChat, but you have to, in my opinion, get referrals on almost every single website you can. So testimonials, right? You get in the process of writing people testimonials not only help you boost your online page and online image and reputation, but it'll reinforce the client's positive outlook on you. Now, I get it. Some people have said they've struggled getting reviews. Well, I think that the struggle of getting the reviews, perhaps, believe it or not, they may not have had the best experience with you. That's why they don't want to leave a review publicly. They told you they had a good experience, but then publicly, they feel like maybe you weren't exactly, didn't get the best experience possible. Now, I get it. Some people are really, really busy to give those reviews out, and that's why it's always important to try to go after it in the middle of the transaction. Okay, they'll feel encouraged to think back at the, now, by the way, if you're going after past reviews from clients in the past, you know, if they know, like, and trust you, you just say, hey, can you help me here? I'm a small business, right? This is a nugget for you, a little tip. I'm a small business owner in the marketplace, and how I thrive off of business is actually through endorsements from customers and clients like you. And especially during these crazy times, you know, in order for me to stay in front of people, I have to get I need these endorsements to help my small business grow. And that's a little tip that I would say that worked today, and it's very, very relevant. Remember, you guys are small business owners, so why don't you just remind people you're small business owners, and small business owners are struggling right now. So if you say, hey, I could use some help, I think that if you had a good experience with the customer, they're probably willing to help you, right? And then hopefully they can talk about some of the skills you have, whether you're a great marketer, your negotiation skills, right? If they have questions, what should I talk about, Mike? Well, you could talk about my marketing. You talk about my negotiation, my market expertise. So following up past clients, you know, I forget the number, and I hope it's here, but National Association of Realtors actually surveyed a bunch of homeowners, and time again, ready, this is a number, it's something above 70% of people said they would use their last agent to sell their house, but the reason why they didn't use the last agent that sold them the house is because they never stood in touch with them. How crazy is that? They actually said they would use you, but you never stood in touch with them. It's crazy. So if you receive a referral from a past client, though, keep them informed of your progress. For example, if your past client, a past client named Bill refers his friend Mary to you, you could call Bill and say, I just listed Mary's home and wanted to thank you again. So someone referred you, you should give them the update. Now, obviously, you're not supposed to give them any personal information about the progress in the deal, but you could say, hey, I listed Mary's home. Not only is it good to show gratitude, but also remind your past clients of their pledge to send you more referrals. Right? People, the whole reason why they sent it to you is, number one, they felt like they were in good hands, and number two, you know, it feels good to be thanked. They show gratitude. You don't necessarily need to keep calling or texting the client in order to let them know they're doing well as an agent. You can still post on social media, for example, as a way to stay on top of their minds. Okay? That's why I love social media today, because there's always, you're now totally connected without actually having to spend a lot of money. And I was talking to one of our agents yesterday about this. I think it's important to be able to have different exposures on different channels. Yes, maybe all your customers on one particular social media platform, but what if they also change the channel to, let's say, let's just, as I said before, let's say they're on Instagram today, but they also pay attention to Facebook once in a while, and they pay attention to WhatsApp or LinkedIn, right? If they keep seeing you and seeing your feed, you're gonna be top of mind. That's why I think today building referrals is incredibly easier than it ever has been, because it's almost like a set it and forget it. I've told this story a bunch of times. Well, I received a referral about almost a year ago, and it was interesting. I haven't seen these people, this person, in probably over 25 to 30 years. Crazy. And but what's interesting is that we were Facebook friends, and they watched everything. Actually, when I spoke to them, they actually told me about their children, their whole family, and they knew stuff about me and my family, which is crazy. But that know, like, and she's been following my real estate career over the years, whether it be Zillow, whether it be on my social media, whether it be on LinkedIn. It works, ladies and gentlemen, but it takes time. You need to be patient and you need to do the things necessary to stay in front of that customer.